Okay, so today I'll be telling you the story of how I was chased by the Ku Klux Klan. It's so ridiculous. So, there's a place in Jersey, up in the Pine Barrens, which is a very densely populated forest, where it is a little known fact that the Ku Klux Klan likes to meet up there secretly. So, I was driving around with a friend of mine, and he says, "Hey, I know the secret location where the Ku Klux Klan hangs out." And I say, "Bullshit. Like, I don't believe you. I don't think that's true." And he says, "Alright, you want to bet?" And I say, "Okay, I'm not scared, so take me. If this is so true, then just take me here." So he drives, he and I are riding in his car, we're driving deep in this forest. The trees get taller and taller, it is so dark, there are no more lights anymore, there's no more lamps anywhere, no light posts, nothing, it's dark, pitch black. He stops at a certain area and he's like, "Oh, get out, let me show you something." And on the ground there's a spray painted insignia. And I'm like, "Oh, what is that?" And he said, "That is the insignia for the KKK, and that's how they tell other Klan members that this is the location where they're hanging out at without saying, 'Hey, this is the KKK.'" So it's just a cool little insignia thing. Cool being, that's not the correct word for it, but anyway, it's an insignia that represents this really racist community. So I was starting to believe him, and so we get back in the car, and it is a very eerie feeling to drive into a forest that has zero lights, that doesn't seem to be populated at all. We drive another 40 minutes to an hour into the forest, deeper and deeper, and suddenly we see like a fire inside of the forest, and we kind of look closer, and it's a burning cross in the middle of the forest. There's like a clearing and there's a burning cross, and there are a bunch of people around. At this point, I start to get scared and I start to realize, you know what, my friend actually knew what he was talking about. So I start panicking, and he's like, "Alright, we gotta turn off our car lights now, because if they see us, they're gonna come after us because they don't want anyone to know." And so he turns off his car lights, but he turns it off a little too late. Somebody notices us, the group starts moving, and we can see it through the fire, all these silhouettes of people moving towards their cars, and the parking was quite close by. Like, we could see some of the cars like in the distance, and they start moving in the direction of their cars, and he's like, "We need to get out of here now." Turns around, makes a U-turn, and hightails it in the opposite direction. While he's driving, while we're both freaking out because we aren't white, we aren't white, he as he's driving and speeding out of there, he realizes his car is starting to stall. And so we're both freaking out. He gets out, he manages to hotwire the car to get it to work, at least for a short time before, just enough for us to get out of there. And we make it out of the Pine Barrens at probably 100 or something, way over that, out of there, make it out. We drive to a diner, we have some diner food, and his car had to be towed. And that's the story of the Ku Klux Klan and me and my Mexican looking friend, who was actually Asian.